What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we've got our final 10 games. I needed to win 10 out of 10 to get Elite 1. It wasn't impossible and we made a real good start of it as well, and we won our first 4 games in a row. I actually think I won my first 5 games in a row. Unfortunately I did lose around game 6. I lost on penalties. I've deleted the footage by mistake. Not that you care, but let me explain how the footage got deleted. When I put a video file in Sony Vegas, my editing software, it creates like a separate file, like just a little white blank page. And then when I clean my computer out at the end of every night, I delete every file that has the white page next to it, because like mentally I'm like, I've used that file, which means it's already in a video that's been done. I can delete it. Because when I lost on penalties, I created a clip of one of the penalties. You can see it on Twitter actually, that I moved and dived the right way. My Schmeichel got a hand to the ball was going a mile per hour and it still went in. So I created that clip. So off the back of that, when I cleared my computer out last night, I deleted the file. So unfortunately, I think there's a win and a loss that was on that file. That we're not going to see. So there's only, I think, 8 games today. Once I got to 29 wins, I needed to win 3 of my last 4 to be able to get into Elite 2. You can see whether or not that happened as we go. But before that, guys, of course, thank you for being here. If you could drop a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. You guys have shown incredible support on this Road to Glory. I know that this year specifically, there is an obscene amount of Road to Glories on YouTube for you to choose from. There's a lot of content creators out there that have gone down the Road to Glory trend this year, and for those of you that are still here with me, still watching my series and still enjoying my content, I really do appreciate it. It's overwhelming the continued support you guys continue to give. That being said as well, I am trying my best this year. You know, we've seen progression from week 1 onwards. 27 wins week 1, 29 wins week 2, 34 wins week 3. And we get over 30 wins again this week, and I think that's where I want to make sure my minimum threshold is going forwards this year. I want to make sure 30 wins or 31 wins or 32 wins is my minimum go-to. Like, hey, I'm going to guarantee you I get this every week and hopefully a bit better. That's what I'm striving for, and I think I'm doing all right on that one. But we got some comments, dudes. First one is from Rob Fitch. He says, "Hey, Net was wondering, what do you do whilst playing your weekend league games? For example, listen to music, talk to people, etc. Personally, I find listening to music helps keep my concentration, keep up the good work." Well, the last 2 weeks, which funnily enough have been my best 2 finishes, I've just been sat in a Discord call talking to people. What's really hilarious is that last year in FIFA 17, I got angry at FIFA. I got angry at Foot Champs. I got angry at this game. I couldn't deal with the scenarios when I felt like the game was going against me, or whether RNG was in my opponent's favour. That sort of stuff would trigger me so much, and I'd get so angry to the point where I would leave calls. I would just sit there by myself. I'd just sit there heated. I would sit there upset, and it wasn't a good look. This year, I told myself, let's just take them in our stride and learn. And I don't get upset at this game. I get a little bit frustrated at times. That I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, oh, I am a shining example of positivity when this game screws me over. I'm not. I get frustrated at this game still from time to time as well. But I want to work more on what's wrong and why than just blaming the game and not adjusting, not changing anything, and not bettering myself essentially. So what I've tried to do, one of the ways I've tried to just not even let it faze me, is I've tried to play this game kind of casually, kind of nonchalantly over the last 2 weekends. And what I mean by that is, if I'm just sitting there chatting to people, not really caring or taking into consideration the kind of like the gravity of the game I'm playing, then that's actually helping me. Like, taking my mind off the fact that, oh my god, this is Foot Champs, I need to win. Oh, if I don't win, YouTube video is going to be bad. I'm not going to get good rewards. People are going to stop watching me. Taking all that away and just being like, hey, let's just play a game of FIFA. I know I'm quite good at this game. I know I've got a really good team. I understand how the game mechanics work. Let my subconscious take over me playing, and go from there. And that's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, and it's paid heavy dividends because I've actually come out with some of my best results. With that being said, there are still some games where I do have to knuckle down and focus, and on those instances I will put music on very loud in my ears and just try and get in the zone. But yeah, ultimately, dude, I sit there and I just chat to people, chat to, you know, my fellow comrades on the YouTube scene. Harry Hampson says, do you think EA will ever add a new chemistry style such as the one that will boost only pace and physical? Love your vids, keep up the good work. Well, thank you for the kind words, dude. I don't think they'll ever add pace and physical chem boost. The reason why I picked this comment is because what I want to take out of what we get from Chemstars is what EA are subliminally letting us know what's overpowered in this game by not giving us something rather than giving us something. And the fact that they haven't given us a chem style that boosts pace and physical would only go, in my opinion, to indicate that they haven't done it because they know it will be too strong. And so that for me then says players that have exceptional pace or exceptional physicals, like together, are going to be better than those that don't have. Which is why someone like Romelu Lukaku last year was just so good. Someone like Lewandowski, Higuain, these guys that have really high strength and really good pace in their advanced cards, you know, I'm talking about like the team of the season versions and stuff, they're so overpowered. But I think it's also important to note that when we look at the actual chem style boosts and what they give, the nothing boosts, where is it? Not that one. So yeah, in terms of, no, that's volleys and penalties. No one cares about volleys and penalties. Which one was I looking at? Not finishing. Maybe it's one of the dribbling stats. So nothing boosts reactions by more than 5, except for one of them. Dribbling gets boosted quite heavily. So agility, for example, this is what I wanted to get to. Agility gets boosted by a maximum of 5 ever. It never gets boosted by more than 5. So basic chem style boosted by 5, sniper by 5, marksman by 5, artist by 5, maestro by 5, and guardian by 5. No other chem style even boosts agility, and none of the chem styles that do boost agility boosted by more than 5. And to me, the fact that EA are refusing to boost a stat by more than 5 points would indicate to me that agility is an incredibly important stat in FIFA. Because otherwise, why not boost it by 10 or 15? Because every other stat gets boosted by either 5, 10 or 15. Pace, 5 acceleration, 10 acceleration, 15 acceleration. Finishing, on basic it boosts finishing by 5. On Hunter it boosts finishing by 10. On Deadeye it boosts finishing by 15. Every single stat, like in a lot of the categories, have boosts of 5, 10 or 15, but agility doesn't. Another one that doesn't is ball control. Ball control also only boosts by a maximum of 5, which again is a super interesting thing to look at, because it would then again indicate that, hey, ball control might be super important on a player. So although you know, when the comment came in there, and the fact that stamina doesn't get boosted at all as well, it says to me that stamina is very important. But I think we discovered that last year. So the fact that they don't offer a chem style that boosts pace and physical, I think actually shows us that those two things themselves are super important stats when coupled well together. So that's something to potentially look at when you're buying or using players, and maybe you don't like a certain player. Maybe look at his in-games and be like, okay, well actually his agility is really low. EA, you know, quite clearly rate agility as an important stat. Let me try a player with different in-game stats but more agility. Let's say you've got a striker who's got like 90 pace, 90 shooting but no agility, and you're not getting on well with him. Maybe try a striker that's got 85 pace and 85 shooting but 90 agility. Maybe they'll just be better because of the way the in-game stats are determined within the actual game. You Latif says, Nep, do you think it's still worth the time and the grind playing squad battles? Do you think I should stick to FUT Champs and focus more on that? Whether or not squad battles is worth it is dependent on a few things. Number one, how much time do you have spare? Number two, what level can you play at? And number three, how much do you want to play and how much do you need? So for example, if you don't have much time, you're probably you're probably better off playing FUT Champs and divisions and draft, things like that. But for example, if you can beat the AI on a high difficulty, let's just say legendary, let's say you could beat AI on legendary, it's not difficult to get into the Elite 3, Elite 2 phases. But then again, if you've got a super team and you don't need the rewards, you know, let's say the top 100 rewards will be good for you because they're top 100 rewards, but those 2 mega packs from Elite 1 or Elite 2, they're just not really going to change much. Maybe you buy FIFA points, maybe you've already got a stacked account, maybe, you know, if the rewards aren't good for you, aren't useful for you, then yeah, maybe squad battles isn't worth it. But the bottom line is it has to come down to whether or not it's worth it for you. Somebody who's just started FIFA today, I'd say squad battles is imperative for them, because even if you can only get to Gold 1 or Elite 3, which I think is, for people that watch these videos, you know, the people that watch me are obviously going to be more hardcore FIFA fans than not. For you guys, I think you should be able to get at least Elite 3, which is easy. You can do Elite 3 on Professional if you play every game. You could do Elite 3 with ease by playing Legendary, and you could even play for just half the week and you'd still get Elite 3 by playing on Legendary. I think for you guys, you should be able to get to those higher levels with less difficulty, and I think it can't hurt. You know, worst case, what I think you should do, and I don't know what I want to do in terms of saving packs for Team of the Year. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know whether I want to do a lot of drafts. I don't know whether I want to save my squad battles packs. I don't know whether I want to save my FUT Champs rewards. But if you can easily get Elite 2 or Elite 3, it might be nice between now and let's say Team of the Year comes out the second week in January. You can get four or 5 weeks out of November, 4 or 5 weeks out of December, because I know one of them is a 5-week month, and 2 weeks out of January. You can actually get yourself around 10 or 11 squad battles rewards before Team of the Year comes out. So you can save yourself, let's say, 10 sets of squad battles rewards, which is 2 mega packs. You can save yourself 20 mega packs for Team of the Year. Now, you might not pack anything out of those, but if you save those 20 mega packs and you also do decent in FUT Champs, and you get Gold 1, you can save those 100k packs as well. So you can also save yourself 20 100k packs. If you can win in draft, you can also save in draft as well. And one of the things I want to do this year that I didn't do last year that I think would be fun and could potentially be huge for the series is have a proper war chest saved up for FUT Champs. But I'm going to have to put a lot of effort in to do that, because I need to keep advancing the team, and people like to see the rewards. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to think about that, but I'll get there eventually. Lucas Courtney says, Nep, it's because number 1 on squad battles is Huge Gorilla, the FIWC champion. He's talking about, I was talking about squad battles yesterday. The guy who's number 1 on PlayStation, the guy called Huge Gorilla, is not Huge Gorilla, the FIWC champion. It's just some random dude with the same name. I guess he's a fan, and he took the PlayStation name of Huge Gorilla. But what's interesting about that guy is he plays on Ultimate, and he plays with a really bad team, and he's able to destroy the AI. I don't know how he does it. I played a lot of AI on Ultimate last week, and it wasn't good for me. It was bad for me, to the point where I'm going to go back to Legendary. I can beat the AI comfortably. I lose one every now and then, but I'm not winning to the point where I'm getting more points and playing on Legendary. So yeah, that's where we are with that. I haven't really got much time left in the video. A807 says, hey Nep, I thought the screen cards were going to go up in price after getting their boost because people would need them for the Prime Icon SBC, but nothing has happened and their price is still the same. So what do you recommend doing? I have like 9 of them. Well, now that they're out of packs, and they were obviously going to go down in price anyway, because everybody was expecting. This is what I said in the last video about how people over prepare for the market and it ends up being wrong, right? So it was obviously going to go down because everyone that expected them to go up was going to dump them when they got boosted, driving their price down or keeping their price around the same. But not only that, people that had finished their FUT Champs runs are now selling their teams and their players. So that people are selling on Sunday night. It's now Monday that you get to watch this video. They're boosted until Tuesday, but they're also boosted for multiple times throughout the year. So they're going to become rarer and rarer every time somebody uses them in an SBC, or every time somebody that has an account that has one on just doesn't, you know, let's say you've got 9 in your account and you just stop playing next month, that's 9 more that now are never going to be on the market. So over the next day or so, I expect their price to gradually go up as they become rarer and rarer and rarer, and especially towards the back end when people are like, oh my god, let me do this Deco or this, Rui Costa or this Overmars, quick, let me get them before they expire. Their price will change a little bit, but then going forwards, when they get boosted again, and we don't know when they're going to get boosted again, but when they get boosted again, they're again going to be useful for whatever new Prime Icon SBCs are there. Right now, the Prime Icon SBCs are not super desirable, right? I'm going to do the Rui Costa one because I think it's going to be good for the long-term benefit of the account. But just generally speaking, they're not super desirable. But once that desirable player comes, people are going to want to do those Prime Icon SBCs a lot, and it's going to generate a lot of interest, which means when those Scream cards get boosted, they'll be picked up again. They'll be even rarer, which will drive their price up. So if you have got a lot of them, I mean, you could just sell them and cut your losses, take the tax loss and a few thousand coins loss, and do something different with your coins, invest somewhere else, or you can hang on to them and wait, you know, stay the course, wait it out, see what happens. For me personally, I've still got a lot. I think I've got like 4 or 5 of the Bender brothers, just because I'm going to be using them. I personally am going to be using them. You know, I told you guys on Twitter, I think they're a good investment to make if you want to complete the Icon SBCs. I definitely think that they're valuable for money. They're still the cheapest rated player for what you can get them for. You know, Sacco and Bartra are much cheaper than any other 88s. Sturridge is much cheaper than any other 90. Even Quadrado has come down in price to the point where he's as cheap as the cheapest 89s. So there's definitely, you know, there's definitely still potential there to get the Prime Icon SBCs for way cheaper. And long term, though, these cards will most likely, not definitely, of course, we don't know what EA are going to do with this game and how the market changes a lot, but long term, these cards are probably going to get rarer and rarer and still have a very similar demand to what they have now. KCP says, I sold everything and I'm picking up big players. Talking about like the Black Friday market crash and stuff, and that's a smart choice. You know, definitely something to look at, which is going to be clever, because what happens is the big players get dumped massively, but specifically through Black Friday. One thing that is important to note is the reason why the crash happens on Black Friday is because the sheer volume of special packs that EA release, just players get packed on packed on packed on packed on packed, and so eventually, of course, they're going to start going down in price massively, and then everyone's like, right, Black Friday, Cyber Monday's over, let me start buying these players back, and their price comes back up. So I don't necessarily think now is the greatest time to invest in higher rated players, but then again, as I've said so many times, we don't know how the market reacts and works this time, because it's a different market to last year. It's a different world. And one of the other comments that I've got that we'll do for tomorrow's video now was talking about that sort of thing. And it's definitely something that I'm interested to talk about, but I need a bit more time, so we'll run out of time for today's video. But there you go, guys. We end up getting 31 wins this week. I'm very happy with 31 wins. I could potentially have easily ground out a few more wins, but my lapses in concentration towards the back end and a few bad unfortunate plays cost me. Hopefully next week we'll get back onto that Elite 1 grind. This is going to be the end of the gameplay though, guys. Let's go and get our squad battles rewards. Alright guys, so the 10 games done, and as you would have seen, we finished Elite 3 this week. Not quite as good as last week, but only 3 wins short. We lost the 1 game on penalties, would have put me up to Elite 2, and a few other losses that I could have won, but I'm happy with 31 wins. I feel like I did a solid job this week. You know, we obviously got ourselves Elite 1 monthly, which is fantastic. We beasted it by 9 games, and that was with our first week on 27 wins and our second week on 29 wins. We got another guaranteed inform pack to come. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be a good team of the week again. So, I'm probably going to save my next premium team of the week pack too until something worth opening the packs are going to be for, because it's just a waste, isn't it? It's just a waste. Now, I have sold some items. Sold some of these during the hype. They've gone way back down. Like Sturridge is back down at like 40k. Sold those Hiltons. Got a few Rullies that went, and a few other bronzes there from Bronze Pack Method. As you can see here, these dudes aren't selling. I keep listing them by mistake anyway. I actually don't want them to sell because I want to use them in the SBC to get deco done. We should have squad battles rewards here right now, which we have. Of course, we only got Elite 1 on this occasion, but that's still 39,800 coins and 2 mega packs, which is fantastic. I don't know if I'm gonna do... I don't know if I'm gonna do Ultimate like I wanted to. I've played it all weekend. I've probably played about 20 games on Ultimate this weekend. I've lost a fair few of them, 5 or 6. I did have one day where I destroyed Ultimate. I don't know what it was that helped me destroy it, but I had one day where I destroyed Ultimate. The reason why I don't think I'm going to do it is because Top 100 again last week, to get into Top 100 was only 114,000. And I got 118,000 last week off of just Legendary, and that was with me... I got 118,500 or so, and that was with me screwing up a hell of a lot of games. So if I got the same 118,500 or so, I would have finished somewhere in the top 20 this week, which would have been fantastic. And would have gave me, you know, those these rewards here. Oh, they've changed it. Oh, it's just a kit, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a kit. So yeah, it would have given me a few more coins, a Jumbo Rare Players Pack and 2 Rare Players Packs. So I think I might go back to playing Legendary on this account just to guarantee myself top 100 again, but work on Ultimate on a different account and go from there. I guess that's going to be my... I thought I only got one Jumbo Premium Gold Pack there. Right, so we've got our Loan Team of the Week pack, which doesn't make any difference. If it's Sanchez, I'll use him as a super sub. If it's anyone else, I'm just going to discard them because I don't really care. And it is... Hilton. Brilliant. Love that. And we're going to open our 2 15k packs. I've got to be sure not to open those Premium Team of the Week packs by mistake. So our 2 15k packs, which obviously come from the pre-order packs. We didn't even get a shiny gold player. What? A 15k pack? Come on, EA. You're killing me out here. That's crazy. Geez, that's bad. We'll send all that to the club. We'll send all this into the club. Some nice consumables there. Catalyst Chemstar, which is quite nice. A couple of players we'll send up to the trade pile. My trade pile almost full. We'll discard the remaining items and move on to our next pack. Now, my reward packs today, even with the top 100 packs, 2 top 100 so far, we came 40th and 10th. We didn't get anything really in there. So, I was hoping that'd be Anthony Martial. So let's hope that Elite 1 potentially provides a better reward set of rewards. Really, it would be nice to be able to pick up some better rewards. Got a player there, Stepanenko. We'll send up to the trade pile, discard the remaining items, and now move on to these 2 mega packs. Let's see what we got in pack number 1. EA, what can you give us? No shine. My squad battles reward pack luck just isn't the best. We're going to get a Spanish right back. It's going to be DeMarcos. Not a bad player to have in the club either. He's actually a decent player. Not that we'd ever use him. You know, we've obviously got our team pretty secured right now. Not a lot else in there. We'll keep the manager for the time being. Some fitness cards and such, which is nice. Oh, draft token. Let's go. That's decent, that is. I'll take that. I'm happy with that. That's 15,000 coins worth of draft token. I'll tell you what, in the next episode, we'll do a draft. Because we get a draft token. So why the hell not? There you go. And we get mega pack number 2. Give me something big, EA. It's a shine. It's a flare. It's a glare. It's a board pack. Who's that? Naby Keita. Oh, come on. That's like 1.6k's worth of player right there. That is not what I wanted to see. Samir Nasri in there as well. A whole bunch of not a lot right there. Oh, I don't want those. Some contracts again. Fitness cards. Training card. Position modifier. Naby Keita and Ndai. Not the greatest. That draft token, wildly, was the best thing. That's what it was. So there you go. Also, I see this squad battle squad here, 36 chemistry, low rated. I did that to refresh the teams with as my active squad. And what seems to happen is when you have a super low rated team, your first 2 teams have super low chemistry. So there's that. But guys, I'm going to go and work on getting myself 5 goals on Legendary every game. I don't really care too much about the clean sheets on Legendary this time. My biggest problem last week was, and the reason why I started focusing on Ultimate, was the fact that I wasn't getting the 5 goals every game. As long as I can get the 5 goals, the shots and the corners, even if I concede a goal, I'm still going to get 25 to 2,600 points. And then if I get a clean sheet, that'll be 27 to 2,800 points. So I'm going to go and try my best this week to make sure I can get 5 goals every game without fail on Legendary. This is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.